Hey, welcome back. I hope everything works. It's been a while. It's been over a month, but we're back. Welcome, Kev. How are you doing? So, I thought about doing this on VATSIM today, but I always make things too hard for me. So, let's make it nice and easy today. I do have live weather, but so this is close to my place. But it has been super sunny today, so I think we're okay with the weather. That should be live. Also turned on multiplayer and did the trick to launch in custom. Hooray, stream! Yeah, we're back. So I launched in custom weather, clear skies, and then changed it to live weather. But it's a historical weather. Anyway, I think we're good. Kev, Super Tom, first, second, and hello there. Hello there didn't work, hang on. Yikes, what happened there? Oh, I know, I don't know what. Hang on, that was blurb, so maybe I need to log in there and do something new, like refresh the token. Let me do that. I'll replay. Hey Super Tom, hey Gav. It's been a while. I know, I felt super exhausted last month. Except for the London trip, which is super amazing. I had ton of fun, ton of good food. I super enjoyed it, but other than that, just sleeping and not doing anything, so it feels like that month didn't exist. Alright, hello there. Let's see if it works now. I actually didn't check that. Now it works, perfect. So I just had to restart the like login in Blurb, it got the token. There we go. Hey Super Tom. Alright, I have a situation here. There's a cat in my lap. Hey Kev. But we'll survive. I mean, as soon as the cat realizes it's a problem, because I can't move my stick. Oh jeez. So, alright, let's forget about it for today. I feel super overwhelmed with everything. Just testing, you know? Yeah, testing. I hope the FPS is fine, because this moves super weird. So if you move back inside and then back outside, one thing I want to do, so that's where my fly school is. I've been here a lot. That's the old tower. The new tower is over there. Right, the FPS is not great, but it's working. So the new tower is over there. I've actually been up there. Our, like on the ground school, our ATC took us there to see that, and it's been very enlightening to see how they work, like how many people is there, how they talk to each other. Super nice. Looks nice anyway. Yeah, I bet. Also, I think I solved my green screen situation. I changed the lights to be white, like the ones that are on the side, just illuminating the green screen. They're on a white, and those are like super, like bluish, and the ones in front of me are yellowish, and somehow that does the magic. I don't know. It's weird. I think I want to check so I can show the map. Hang on. Yeah, alright, so that works. So, we'll do short flight. Well, short-ish. That's like a 2-hour train drive or 1-hour flight in a slow plane from Poznań to Wrocław. This is where I went for my flight school. This is where I live. So, yeah. And I did this flight before. It's super nice flight. There is some controller now, but I don't feel ready, so let's do that. Also, it's not C172, it's a diamond, but let's forget it. So we'll do it nice and easy. For flight. Let me know if anything is wrong or off on stream. I'll try to correct it. But so far I have a feeling everything is okay. But my room is so lit. It's not great before sleep. Alright. So that's the route. Also, that screen is so far away. I need to think how to fix that. They don't have any good ideas. Alright, cat is gone. We're saved. So one thing I can do, just make it old man mode. Alright. And basically what we do is, the rest is super easy. We just go by Echidna and you'll see why in a second. So let's put that here. Done. Now the way I know this works is because our departures and arrivals are simply just over there. So let's have a look at the winds situation. It is from the day, but I don't think it has changed substantially. Like, the live weather we have is from the day, and we'll be flying, well, we'll get the matter from current one. I don't think it has changed substantially, so it should be about right. Right, so weather is 25002. Right, so westerly departure. So we choose runway 28. Also, this was runway 29 in the past, and the other airport is runway 29. And there is a departure by Echidna. Easy. And so that is done. And now the arrival. We choose runway 29er. And the arrival is also by Echidna, which makes it super nice and easy. So we want... Hang on. There's only one uniform. There's also one Papa. Oh, because we chose the runway. Cool. And bombing the latest 24 release lets you change the time of day while keeping the live weather. Yes. Actually, I think there is a way. Hang on. Let's do that. So I know the trick is to move that to a day in the future, so then it's like tries to does it best, which means current weather. So let's run to 9er. Right. That is done. Geez, so my screen situation is like there's a screen in front of me, like flat, and then there is a small one on the side. But because the one in front of me is very big, the one on the side is pretty far, and it's like not an angle where I look at it, it's like flatter. So like the near end is very close to me, but the far end is very far from me, if you know what I mean. And it makes it a bit difficult to read. I can rotate that screen, but then I have one more screen on the left, which is where I normally sit and work, and it will cover a part of that, and I wouldn't be able to see it very well. So I still don't know. I'll think. Maybe I have some ideas how to fix that for next time. You can't see it anyway, it's just a bother for me. I still like that sim. Someone needs a curved screen. No, because it's super separate screen. It's not a problem that it's curved or not. It's just the two screens in relation to each other are, well, a bit unlucky. But that's the way that fits nicely in my apartment. Otherwise, I just have too much space taken. Another more thing is what I can do is the screen I'm looking right now. Just rotate it a bit. Also move myself, and then everything will be great, which is how it was in the past. However, it takes a bit away of the space, and it's a bit of a hassle to move it every time I want to stream. I don't know. I actually moved it one like recently, and it didn't work very well. Right. As far as I remember, this plane supports 2024 but doesn't have all the nasty features like the EPPO covers, which Kev showed us very generously. What happens when you forget them? Don't worry, happens to the best of us all the time. Hang on, Frankie. Oh, one more thing I wanted to do. How do I get the slew mode now? Wow, lacquer is terrible. And the Fry engine is like warping those keys terribly. Sas, hello. Welcome, nice to see you. Also, we had a few follow snipes away, but because I switched to Twitch alerts, I can't really replay them. Anyway, welcome. So what I wanted to do is check my binding. So I really like the new bindings, but I tend to forget them. So that's Shift Z, okay. Shift Z. Now the thing I like is how we move and rotate. So I would normally like face this way on this stand. So let's keep it this way. Alright, also everyone is now back here and safe. This car is bigger than our plane. Let's pretend it's full truck. Oh, also I have a custom scenery by fly to high, I think. Let me just look quickly here in the options. I think I can make it better. So I normally have all my options to full blast, which works pretty okay when I'm not streaming. Oh, it's actually not full blast. So I used to have this like much higher. Right, I think we're good. Alright, that has improved the situation. Interesting. The same is a mystery. So my new year resolution was to follow the checklist, but I don't think we're gonna do that today. Let's just try. I'll do my best. So this is working. The rudder, I'm not sure about the rudder, but I remember it only worked fine when I started moving last time, so I hope it's okay. So we'll see once I start up. That's one more reason not to do Vasim today. Hang on, the weather. So how's everyone been doing? I saw all the flight sim streams has been a bit less recently than they used to be, which is a bit unfortunate, but hey. So I think if we do that like the next day here and then we go to live. No, hang on, we need to be live here. Live weather, and now move this here and this, and now we should be on current weather. Yeah, see, the altimeter is not moving. Perfect. So I think that works. If you want to fly along in multiplayer, you're very welcome to join. So they need to show around this. This used to be the old terminal here. Now it's just general aviation building. So there is only general aviation passengers and the flight school and a ton of simulators. And the main terminal is over there. It's pretty nice actually. So the altimeter did not move. Yeah, so what I mentioned is I noticed when I moved the live weather. So let me show you. This is obviously of interest to me. All right, so what I meant is when I changed the time of the weather, so let's go here, and when I did this historic, so when I'm here, you see the altimeter is moving because the QNH is changing over the day. I saw it move just a moment ago. Oh, now it's not doing that. Oh, see, it moved. As soon as I switch to live, it's here. But when I go just a bit out of live, no, it just takes a moment to synchronize. So if I move it to the day, will it do that? Yeah, see, it's moving whenever I click live. So that was telling me the Q&A changed, which might affect what the weather is like. Anyway, so let's try to do it like that, and this hopefully gives us latest late weather. I don't know, it's just moving, it's wild, I have no clue what it's doing. So let's double check. Jeez, I need to make this setup more comfortable for me. It's a bit odd. Our unpredictability is the worst. And no one knows how things work. And they work a bit odd. It's like not very logical. It just does something. No one knows what. So, opener per day. Alright, we're gonna do one flight today and it's gonna be super late for me. Weather matter, and the QNH is 1029er. Right, I think it was changing before, like standard pressure and 1029er. I wonder if I should use this tablet, but then I know Navigraph doesn't look very well here to me. Like it's a bit small, so we can make this extra large. Go back to Navigraph. Pretty sure it configured it to be here. Yeah, we can load this. Like that. Make it a night mode. I like night mode. I don't know, it's just me. You know what? Maybe that's not too bad. What do you think? It's not too bad actually. So maybe we start using that. I'm a bit conflicted. Maybe we can start using that. Alright, let's try it today. We'll see how it works. Muted, unmuted. There we go. But then I'm so out of whack. Haven't done this in forever. See, I forgot everything. How do I fly? Not just you. Give me night mode all day, all night. See, you know the drill. You know the drill. I don't know. It just feels better to me. But there are some situations where, like the day mode, like for example, the VFR chart looks much better in the normal mode here for whatever reason. It's just much more readable. Right, 109er. There probably is some keybind, but no one knows what it is. Alright, 109er set here, and that's reading, well, 280 feet, which is about right for us. Where's my charts? Here's my charts. So if we read the elevation, it's 309, but remember, airport elevation is the highest point on the movement field, which means you might be lower than that, but you shouldn't be higher than that. And there's a tolerance of, I don't remember, 50 feet, 25 feet. So for the altimeter. So you can read, for example, the runway threshold we're closer to is 289. So that's more like what we are reading. And the opposite runway is 309. And that is the actual, what the elevation is. However, elevation is the highest point, so it might be anywhere on the apron, anywhere on the movement area. Yes, you know the drill. So for example, the chart here, I think that looks just much more readable in the day mode. Also, it's a flashbang. And I'm super happy they added forest and whatnot, because that's what I had on my VFR chart, and I used to use it like to navigate, just to be on the line. So I think we can try to do that again. I tried to do that a few years ago, but it was just super difficult with how the forest contours and whatnot. And now it's just so much better, so much better. Also, one thing I noticed is the visual reporting points. Yeah. Oh, actually not all of them. So some of them, like this VP100, it's in the nav database, so I can actually dial the scene on Garmin. I hope you can see that. It's not too small. But this Golf, Sierra, November, well, good luck dialing this into the Garmin. Dang. They actually improved this map a lot, like. So that is Skydiver, the only big skyscraper we have in the city. The one problem is it takes a moment to load. Oh no, it's not loading at all. So this really looks like the VFR chart I had, like the printed one. And makes me happy. Makes me happy. We will do some VFR flight at some point using that. All right, let's get this plane started. So I said no checklist. I'll just try to do my best. Wow, this is so bright. So battery on, we get power to the main system. I see the grounds are both going on. So accept those messages here. Oh, there is checklist here actually. Is it just emergency checklist? I don't know how to do that. Go to next checklist. No checklist? Yeah, I know. Alright, we can do checklist. Let me be good. But what I like doing is having this in my hand and I can track it in my thumb. It's a bit difficult doing it here. Oh, it's in tablet. It's in tablet. So we need to go to the settings because it's driving me crazy. I think we don't need anything apart from Garmin. Add favorite. No, it's not Garmin, it's Navigraph. Easy. Right, let's get the fuel. So we go. Oh no, we actually need. Alright, I'm dumb. We actually need our plane because that's where the checklist live. So let's add settings while we're here. Only because I'm very lost with my checklist, as you know. Yeah, it's double-edged swords because when you rely only on the checklist and sometimes you need to do something, you have the checklist for whatever reason, because I don't know. Then you're all system test, okay. Oh, system test, okay. Right, let me know if the music and sim is like cool, but I think this should be perfectly balanced. My voice. So we go to plan. I wish I could move this around. Like clearly this you should be able to click and drag this, but it's not working. I think they maybe ran out of time to do that. Jeez, it's so much. Right, elevator trim. Neutral. Let me see. All right, my keybinds work. So it's on the TO, which means takeoff. So that's check. Throttle, propeller mixture. Throttle is idle. Propeller is forward. Mixture is cut off. Parking brake. Forwards go. Backwards stop. Let's see. So my binding is not doing anywhere. This is the one here. Just remember the way it works, you need to step on the toe brakes and then lock it, because it's locking whatever pressure you have there in the system. So if you just pull it without pressing the toe brakes, it's not gonna do anything. Ignition off. Right, so this is the classic engine without any fun and shenanigans. Alternate air. I need to learn to not tick them before I do that, because one day it's gonna hurt me. Alternate air. That is somewhere here. Oh, there we go. So that's on, open, that's closed. So it's closed. Master's off. All right. Alternate static. Hang on. So what was alternator then? I thought I was checking alternate static. But where is it showing? Are the highlights not working? Oh, it's just not configured, maybe. Alternate air. Push closed, pulled open. Alright, I honestly have no idea what that could be at the moment. If you know, do let me know. If you look somewhere here, is there anything more? No. Oh, there is one. No, there's nothing here. That's intriguing. Or did they just mess up and it's like same thing twice? Maybe that's what happened. That's the only reasonable explanation I have at the moment. Also, let me know if I'm sounding okay. Is it too quiet, too loud? I hope I'm fine. All lights off. So here they are. Off, and that is everything down, which is off. Best viewers. Best viewers are here. Best viewers in chat, always. All lights, circuit breakers, check all in. So the way I do that is we look if there is this white color showing anywhere. See, like there is the white color whenever it's popped out. Also, what you can do is run your palm over that so it's easy to feel, as long as you can reach that. Right. Flag selector, I'll just double check my bindings work. So it's up, pitot heat, fuel pump should be off. So that's the 2 here. No, that's the 2 here. Battery master on. G1000 powered acknowledged. So let's wait for that. So it's doing here, it's showing us the version, and the thing we actually acknowledge is the navigation data. So it's valid from February 20th until March 19th, which is tomorrow. So day after tomorrow will be Iraq Day. So enter tech knowledge or the rightmost soft key. So either this or the enter here. And then we have the checklist pop-up, but it's already it has already been acknowledged. Just a quick reminder that the big and small knob by default change the tabs and pages. So the big one changes like the group, and the small one, whatever page you're displaying within the group, which is like inherited behavior from the old Garmin navigation, which had even less knobs. So we like to have our map, and we like to be track up or north up, track up or heading up. So I think we're fine here. Light controls, free and correct. Actually, it looks like my joystick is touching the seat. Yeah. So my joystick, when I pulled it, it was touching my seat, and the seat was limiting me. So that's the thing you want to check here. So the best way is to just box it, like move through, not just move forward, back, left, right, but like box it, moved from corner to corner around the envelope, so you can see it's if anything's not blocking. I'm moving the rudder pedals, but they are not showing in sim. So I remember from the last time that was just the animation issue. Let's make this guy smaller. I hope you'll be able to read that. So flaps full travel. So what we do is flaps landing. Right, so it shows that it moved. Also, that's 108 knots indicated, and we look over here where if it's in takeoff position. That looks about right, and now I'll move it to landing and see that it's traveled down. It's indicating landing here, and the left one, there we go. Now move it back up. Alright, chill flight, I like it, I feel good now. And just verify visually that it moved here. So in this plane you can see it from the cockpit, which is nice. In some planes you have to go out. Also there is this permanent aileron trim to assist you. So I think because of the torque of the engine, it will like move you whichever way. So this Yeah, the torque will try to move the bank the plane left. So this small flap trim tab is adding pressure so that the aileron goes down, and then it's compensating that with trying to move the plane right. Right, fuel selector lowest tank. You're for real life flyer. Yeah, I have 200 hours in airplanes and 100 in gliders. And that's the place where I have been flying. Also flew a similar aircraft to this once. It's weird. I like it, but it has its own quirks. So yeah, I'm trying to sell whatever right now. Just before I try anything in the plane, just read your books, ask her CFI, and don't trust me or anyone. Amazeballs, that's awesome. Yeah, it's fun. Just the only problem is I'm flying on and off. Like, I fly a lot and then for a few years I'm not flying at all. That's the way I like it, but it hurts when I'm not flying. So fuel sector, we choose the lowest one. So there's no preference. I think the right. So let's select the right one. Chook. Also double check. All right, so that's how you get to off. Normally to get it to off, you have to pull this run thing up because it's blocking you from going to off. Like you pull it up and then you can rotate this knob. There's a chance I may become real flyer myself this weekend. Yay, fingers crossed. Good luck. Make some photos, you know. I always forget, and then it's over and like, oh, I don't have any photos. Right, muted and muted. So far so good. Fingers and toes crossed. Yeah. Sleep with feet and toes crossed. Right, so that is done. Level standard. I wonder what is in the level expert. I think it's no difference here. Make some streams. I think you'll have a problem with like network coverage, so it's probably better to maybe record some videos so you don't ruin the experience trying to be busy with streaming. Right, doors closed and latched, so let's double check that. So the way it opens here is like that, and then we have the back door over here, and there's only one on the side. Yeah, this one is not openable. Stream on the ground anyway. Yeah, that works. Close it and make sure that it's latched. Right. Also there was the dollar alert, which is fun. ACL strobe on anti-collision light. That's what ACL stands for. Alright. So I think, yeah, there's no beacon light here. So basically for the startup, this acting as beacon, just alerting anyone. Throttle open 2 inches, and they say bottom E edge aligned with the bottom of the E. So it's about here. I like that. I'm super happy they added this detail, because normally in Sim they say like 2 inches and you're like, all right, cool. And we don't know. So they actually give me some indication. Margaret. Whatever that means. Some indication where it should be, which makes me very happy. Emotes are adorable. Yeah, I bought them on Etsy, and they're super adorable. I love them. There is a fee for you as well, just for following. So enjoy. It's Baines. Welcome, Baines. 3-day-a-week Baines, how you doing? It's been a while, I'm back. Somehow feels good. The last month, I don't know, apart from the trip to London, which is absolutely fantastic, rest of the month, like, I don't know, just being tired and sleeping for whatever reason. Yikes, but we're back. Yeah, great to see you live. Thank you. You are very welcome. How have you been? I managed to catch you here and there recently, doing these super long streams. Right, fuel pump on. Fuel pump is over here. Jeez, this is loud. Mixture foliage for 3 to 5 seconds. Alright, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Throttle open half inch. Top edge aligned with the bottom of the E, so that will be around here. I've been good, my friend. This guy. That's good. I'm always struggling. There's always something. I can never settle in some routine and be happy. Like, there's always something. Lower prop area. Clear prop. Ignition key max 10 seconds. So what I need to do is just click it with the mouse. So right, left, both. And now I'll grab it with the mouse and hold there. Also, the startup sounds are amazing. I'll mute the music for the time being. And we watched it. Right. So the thing is, when it does start, you need to move the mixture forward. So let me do that again. Let's get these warnings off. So, right, fuel pump on, throttle open 1 inch. The mixture full for 1 to 2 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I forget to get my hand in position. How do I do that? I need to cross my hands. It's super awkward. So we have a mixture off, and when I hear it starting, I move the mixture up. So whatever fuel is there should get ignited, and then we get the rest of the fuel. I super like this technique because it seems way more reliable than trying to like make it right with everything else. So let's try again. Alright, I cheated a bit, just open the throttle. Yeah, open the mixture. So, there we go. And alright. But where's this engine suspected flooded? Alright. No, we're not doing that. When engine fires, mixture full reach. So that's the bit that I was missing. All pressure in green. Throttle, let's move it to 1000 RPM. So I think they'll do the music just a bit quieter, so you can hear this engine. Right, 990s, I think, okay. Fuel pump off. No. Alright, I didn't click it. Fuel pump off. Also, I ordered a new chair. Like, this one does not feel comfortable for longer periods. I wonder if the new one's gonna be good, but then I don't have too much place in my apartment for the chairs. It's gonna be a challenge. Reading about me in such a near accent is lovely. Thanks. I'm from Poland, by the way, so my accent might be a bit weird, but I've been listening to internet for a long time, so that's what it is. Fuel pressure is in the green, so in my flight that I was flying, we checked the fuel pressure before startup. Alternator master on. Voltage electrical load check, so we need to go to the engine page. Alright, doing this with the checklist is fun, but it takes forever. Imagine doing this in real plane and your instructor sitting there mad. So we need to go here. Amps are 8, volts are 27.8. Now if I remember correctly, this 28 volt system, so the generator is providing 28 volts, but the battery itself is 24 volts. So if I get the generator off, you see now it's draining the battery, which is around 24 volts. So we can easily tell if it's running from the generator or battery in normal conditions, unless the generator has some problem. Może pewnego dnia będziemy mogli mieć prosty polskojęzyczny stream. Maybe. I know, I just feel safer talking English. Also, all people I usually watch talk English, so it's for all of you. I know I'm missing some Polish Indians, but well, best thing I can say, if you're Polish, just watch and you make your English better. If you're into aviation, it will make your life easier later. That is the reality of it. The whole aviation thing is English only. So, that looks good here. Also, I quite like those gauges. When they all do it. Oh, you want to do it. This guy. I'll be the only one to understand. Polish is so hard. So I'm not person gonna want to learn, like, don't even think about it. It's too hard. Yeah, I was watching some video recently and I got super confused about this all pressure gauge here, because it goes the wrong way for me. So usually most of the gauges, or maybe, yeah, most of the gauges, let me think about it. Chciałbym mówić po polsku. You can try. You can try. It's super hard. Don't worry about it. Like, I think it makes Latin easy in comparison. So usually most of the gauges, like, up is clockwise, down is counterclockwise. However, this gauge is a different style, and up is counterclockwise. And I just look at the needle, I'm like, oh, so this is going down. But then you look down here and the value is actually going up, and somehow this got me super confused. Like, I understand it makes sense because it's like divided in two, so it means that if it goes up, it goes up, but I was like, damn, it really got me. Not allowed. Just kidding. That would be very interesting. It would be. Practice makes perfect. It does, but even the pronunciation, we have a ton of sounds which are not present in English, so I understand it's super hard for you guys. Right, mixture ground length. Put mixture by slowly until RPM drops. So what they want to, what they're trying to say is to find the peak of the RPM, and then when it goes down, that's where we want to be. So we want to be at the peak RPM. Yeah, so that's where it whoa. So that's around where we want to be. I need to hear Polish. This guy Vex here has that finesse with his accent. I've been speaking Polish for a long time, you know. I was thinking of doing a channel redemption to redeem only Polish speaking like 2 minutes or something. Yes, do it. Pork and Toaster has that for Indonesian, and it's hilarious. He also has like funny sound when it happens. And then but I think it's like 5 minutes. It's a long time. It's honestly super fun. I love it. Maybe I should do that too. That would be cool. That's a good idea, Baines. I like it. I was lurking on this code stream. Alright. Let me move lights as required. So we don't need the strobe lights anymore because everyone can hear and see that the engine is running, hopefully. Standby horizon cage. 5 minutes would be long. Yeah, I think 2 is good. So, cage, but nothing changed. It's already cage. So the thing to do, sometimes this horizon can drift, like it's showing the wrong thing. It's like banked or whatever. And then when you pull to cage, it just forces it to reset to neutral. So you want to be straight on level when you do that. Otherwise it resets to, you know, showing the wrong attitude. I once had a situation when it was like swaying and then going out of whack. So I had to go back and write off the plane for maintenance. And the one I had was electrically driven. I'm not sure about this one. I think it's also electrically driven because it started as soon as we got the battery on. No, unclick. I'm doing this all the time. Stalker Banes 2 is perfect. I think this, if around, like lurk in the shadows. Panagon! Panagon, welcome! Long time no see, how are you doing? Right, I need to improve my chat game. I was saying earlier, like the screener, I have the chat on and the navigraph is at an odd angle, so I have a hard time reading it. It's also pretty far, so I'm not sure, maybe I need to improve that situation a bit. Basis Pro Lurker and Stream Rods at the same time. Oh, look what I found, that's the alternator I was looking for. Whatever that is. So I found it, but I'm not sure what it's doing. Oh, I think it's alternate air for the engine. I don't think we'll be able to see anything. So my best guess now, Vexa Tinkerer, a bit. I'm more of a thinker than a tinker, if you know what I mean. So I think this alternate air for the engine. Like maybe it's bypassing the elevator or whatnot. That's my feeling right now. It will be described in the manual. And this is alternate static air. So we can, when this is on, we're driving our altimeters from a static port in cabin. And this one I think gets air to the engine from alternate source. I think that's what it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Right, flaps takeoff. We checked the range previously. 108 is the speed to remember. It's also... So one thing that always bothers me is that this takeoff flap speed is not on the speed tape and you need to remember it. So it's good if it's like written somewhere over here and you can actually read it anytime. But otherwise it will be in the manual and you need to remember it from the manual. Right, that's done. Pitot heat test on and annunciation. So we now have pitot off, pitot heat on, and there's stat, pitot heat off, and there is a failure. Off we go. Avionics master on. Alright, that's been a long time. So usually what I had is the avionics master was turning on the right Garmin. But here it's just turning the avionics, which is like the second set of the radios. So you see now the second radio came online. So we need to reduce the load for whatever reason. That's one way to do that. Transponder mode and code. So we go here, transponder code. Let's get 2000 for default IFR. It's transponder 2000, it's old. Alright. I see what you did there. Yay. Hey, you also have custom cat emojis. That's your emoji. Emotes, I like them. I love all the cats. Unless they're trying to kill me. Which also happens. Altimeter set. So 1029 is set here, and here we have inches, but we're not in America, we're in Poland. We need Poland measures, and we measure everything in hectopascals. So Pascal is the physicist after whom we have named the pressure, and hectopascal is 100 pascals. So imagine 100 of the Pascal guys next to each other. That's a hectopascal. I once did a meme of that. It was not funny at all. I just took a portrait and copied it 100 times and then called it hectopascal. I know. PFD options. Alt units. Hectopascal. So, if I'm thinking about flying or is in the flight school, I think getting the sim just to learn the avionics, like where the things are, is absolutely brilliant, because when I had a long break from flying, I came back to this plane and tried to use the G1000. It's absolutely terrible because it's so hard to remember when everything is, so being able to practice that at home now is so good. And they have like a trainer, but you know, when the trainer is just the Garmin without the rest of the plane, it's just too boring for anyone to try. Right, so now get this one. So I always forget which is which. So the outside is the bar. So 1029er. There we go. Autopilot test perform. Hang on, don't click it. So autopilot test, where would that be? I don't know where that is. So we can get it on. I think that's the best we can do, but that's probably not what they mean. I think they want to like test it somehow. So transfer it in build test. So it's showing the modes, roll, pitch, autopilot on, and that's about it. Autopilot off and get the flight director off. Now the rule to follow is, if you're not trying to follow the flight director, just get it off, otherwise it's super misleading and no one knows what you're trying to do. I wonder this fuel situation. Also, I forgot to tank it, so I'm not sure how much fuel we have. Great. Alright, so we are left fuel, right fuel. I wonder why there is a gap. What? Why is there no green here? What is that supposed to mean? How could this be bad if the fuel is anywhere in here? Well, right, well, almost for anyway. 20 out of 25. You free fall for a moment. Yeah, this will be a very long moment. It's like 4 gallons. I wonder what is this increase fuel doing? I think it's for the fuel totalizer, so fuel used should be somewhere. Gallons remaining, gallons used. So let's reset that. Oh, now it's showing gallons remaining 15. Alright, so we should set whatever we have here. So let's set it to 39. Alright, the reason to have that is those fuel indicators, there is just a float in a fuel tank, and you know, whenever the fuel level rises or lowers, the float goes up and down with that, and that is measuring the fuel level. But it can be very inaccurate. It depends on the fuel tank geometry, whether the fuel is like slashing around the tank and whatnot. So those can be super inaccurate. And what is very accurate is the fuel flow meter, so it measures how much fuel is flowing to the engine. So we can measure how much fuel has flowed to the engine since we started counting, but it doesn't know the information how much fuel was there initially. So that's why we dial in the initial fuel, and then it's subtracting using the actual flow meter, which is much more accurate than those things. So that's super cool to have. But if you don't have that, what we do is we just measure the time, and that's how we know. So we usually don't care too much about being on the ground. Alright, in the very small planes, which don't burn much on the ground, like this plane would probably burn some substantial amount on the ground, so we actually count that as well. That's the idea. Alright, autopilot test, FMS setup, perform. So let's do this. Right, so we need to go and have a look at our departure first. So go back to night mode. Also, the nav graph changed the thing here that the different section levels now can be selected here. Before you had to go to the settings, and many people didn't know it's actually even there. So I like that they changed that. So go to IFR low. Let's have a look at this departure. Let's make this thing a bit bigger. Now we're talking. Alright. I have never settled on any flight level to follow. And I don't know how high this plane can go, but definitely flight level 120 is too high for us. This limitation here is for ATC purposes, it's not for obstacle avoidance or anything. Because if you look around here, that's 2300 MSA. So we can be lower than that and we are safe. It's for the ATC purposes. So normally in this plane what we'll do is we'll ask for some cruising altitude, and they will clear us up to that altitude, and that's where we stay. So we are happy to go below that. So I think flight level 80 is gonna work for us. So initial climb, well, I don't think there is any initial climb here. So let's set something like 5,000, 3,000. So they will normally clear us to some altitude initially. So I think 3,000 is a good one. And then they will get us over to approach. Approach will clear us higher. One thing I do is I don't use those buttons here on the left, those knobs, because I need to cross my hand in front of me and the stick. It's super awkward. Whenever I can, I try to use those buttons here from the second unit, because then I have everything in one place. It's just much easier to use. So that's set. Let's set runway heading. Right, I do like the nav graph here. That's pretty cool actually. So I wonder, do I need to chat in some other place? So I see a bit of cut off here. I think that's gonna be a bit better. Not that it makes any difference whatsoever. So, run heading 282. Alright, if it took this long in real plane, instructor would be mad. The instructor here, we're safe. Right, 282 is our runway heading, so that's what we're on set. This is set, altitude is set, QNH is set, so we can now set our route. Flight plan. Menu of flight plan on. Alright, so we click that guy. Rotate the small knob? No. Oh, we need to go here. Now rotate the small knob. Alright, I'll just save it. So that's where we go from. Runway 28. Let me just see if my audio filters are on. Actually, remember I messed with this up last time. Yeah, they're all on. Only 28. See, everyone is falling asleep, so that's good. You need to be sleeping well during the flight. En route is Xidna. Oops. Xidna. Enter. And then our destination, Echo Papa Whiskey Romeo. I also have the scenery for Wrocław with the Sky Tower, so we're gonna see it. It's absolutely fantastic. There is one sad thing that's not the scenery. There's like a tomato plantation, which is like under roof, and they have a ton of LEDs that's growing them at night, and it's so bright. Like, it's few kilometers from the city, like 10 or 15 kilometers from the city, and back in the day at night you would see like this glow on the clouds coming from there. It was hilarious. I think they improved their like technology, and it's not giving this glow outside anymore. Now we need AC too. We need to sleep cozy. Yeah, the thing is, do you like cold when I sleep, or do you like hot when I sleep? I like cold when I sleep for some reason. I think warm makes most people sleepy. What I like warm though is having a blanket or a cat. That gets me super dizzy and sleepy. It's one of the reasons I have a hard time getting up in the morning. When there is a warm cat on me, I'm like, I'm not getting up. Like, no way, no way. Right, select departure. We have Scene 1 uniform. It's super cool doing this again. Oh, great. Huh. Xidna 1 Bravo. Phew. I thought I have the wrong one. Oh, it's so snug and comfy. Yeah, I can move the cat is on near you. It's against low. Yeah, I know. And when I have to get up and the cat is sleeping on me, it's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Wow. Right, load that. I think that's all we need for now. What I don't like is having a synthetic vision. I highly doubt this plane has synthetic vision, so I'll get it off. So we go PFD options, SVT, terrain off. Let's get this heading label off as well. I know, becomes mission impossible and you try not to wake it up. Yeah, the cat gets woken up anyway. The worst part is when I have the REM sleep fails, like around 5 or 6 in the morning, I do move around and that wakes the cat up, and then the cats wake me up. I need to get up, get the cat some a bit of dry cat food, and then cat sees that and goes happily back to sleep. Otherwise it's meowing like crazy and letting me sleep. And the fun part is it's me waking up the cat who is then waking up me. It's hilarious. Alright, one more thing we need to do. Why is the truth not showing up here? Uh-oh. That is unfortunate. Hello, we're children of magenta. Where's our magenta lines? Come on. Alright, great. Well, we are cooked. No magenta line. Unable to fly. What happened? Nobody knows. Anyway, I think we can survive without the magenta line. As long as it's showing us here what we need to do. We're gonna be fine. Did you do direct? No, but I think it's... Alright, but it's still supposed to show the roads, right? One funny part is there is a military airport right over here. It's fairly close and there is a city like in between. I'll show you here, that will be easier to see. And there was one time a passenger plane landed on the wrong airport. It happened one time. And so you see there is this, so this is the civil airport and there is a military one. Oh, here. So there's one runway over here, other runway over here. Like, they are fairly close, not that close, so. So one airliner once landed here on the wrong airport, and that's why now we have a notice here. Like, do not confuse the airports. Do not mistake EPPO for EPKS, military aerodrome. The reason is here because someone actually did that. And then they had to add it. Yeah, that happened. Alright. Anyway, we have the route here, so I'm not that concerned about the thing not working there. So I'm using this custom scale and it's a bit too cluttered. I would like to declutter it a bit. Right, let's go back to checklists. FMS setup completed. Taxi. Right, let's get this guy. Let's make it medium. Medium. It's gonna work for us. Fuel selector fullest tank. So they do not say to get the fuel pump on before doing that, which is different from the plane I'm used to. Taxi light on when moving. Right, we'll get it done before we start moving. So, step on the brakes, release the parking brake. I think that works for the position of the tablet. We have been up for... Where's the blade timer? An hour 15 minutes. Alright, you know me. This is how we roll. Right, parking brake is released. Check the brakes. The brakes are not working. So that needs fixing. So Sorry about that. So we need to go to controls. Find the brakes. Oh, I think I know why they're not working. Oops. Why is it not showing up here? Mayday, mayday, mayday. Okay, good stuff. So let me try to reconnect that and double check if my power is on correctly. So hang on, I need to go back there and fix that. All right, now that's interesting. I'm not sure if I ever had this problem before, so one thing is I have those USB hubs. I do have a power connected to them, because that's often the problem. Those things run out of power and don't work. Another thing I sometimes run into is I have too many things connected and Windows doesn't like recognize some of them. So let me double check if Spot sees that. Right, Spot is happy, or was happy at least. Because I reconnected that, I need to restart Spot. Alright, that's going great. We love it. No problem, no fun. I super like Spot, however, it's a bit problematic with this plane. But for lack of better options, right, so we go here, we go to our pedals. They're happily here, so what we need to do is add event, axis value changed, and add action. Now the thing is we cannot do standard rudder because this plane is happy with it. And we need to do send simulation events. And there is some rudder, axis rudder set. That's the standard one. If only I could remember. Is that the standard one? There is rudder set and axis rudder set. And one is standard, one is specific to Chaos, this developer. I think it's axis rudder set that is theirs. And we get... hang on. Oh, it's custom axis event. All right, and we choose target, and now we choose that axis rudder set. Right, let's see if that works. Don't think that's working. Right, let's stop this plane. So let's try the other one. Or maybe I need to check. I remember they also needed to like change the scaling there. Hang on. I wish the rudder would just show up in the sim and I will set it up there, but the problem is I think when I have too many joystick devices connected, the system is not showing all of them. So, and I think that's what happened because I have all of them connected to be ready for the other planes as well. But then it only sees the new one once I restart the system. Hang on. Use axis value. Range definition from... No, I don't remember if it was from -1 to 1 or -1 or -100 to 100 or 0 to 100 or 0 to 1. One of the four. Right, so that's rudder, which is not working yet. That's the left toe brake. Axis value changed, add action, custom axis event. Let's try to find this toe brake. Axis left brake. Linear set and axis left brake set. I think that will be... I could just look in their Discord. Right, let's try axis left brake set. Use axis value. No range definition and risque value. It's just hard to remember what values they use, and it's a bit cumbersome. Alright, let's see if that worked. To try rolling. Yay, that works. Alright. Ooh. At least we have that going for us. What's beeping now is the alternator. If we have the RPM too low, alternator is not giving enough power. Cool. So now we go to the right toe brake, which is here. Add events, axis value changed. Add action, custom axis event. Target, axis, right brake, axis right brake. Set, alright. Risque value from 0 to 100. That will hopefully work. Let's just try to get the rudder working now. So I think from -100 to 100 will do. Let's see. So go back to plane. That is not doing anything. But at least the right brake should work. I think that's realistically all I need for this flight. Right. Right brake is working. I'm just a bit happy that the rudder is not working. I wonder if it would show... Hang on. So this plane is a bit peculiar. It doesn't have steered nose wheel. You only so you only steer when it actually with the toe brakes on the left or right, which is super bizarre. It's absolutely terrible to taxi with that. Also on takeoff, when you have a crosswind, normally you would just apply the rudder, but here you need the rudder and the toe brakes, which gets super odd. So that rudder is not working. Let's give it some more try. So either we are targeting the wrong variable, or just not doing the thing. So let's try this one, because maybe they don't have this problem in this aircraft. Differential braking for the win. Yeah, but like you're used to when you apply the brake it's turning, and then it's like not turning, and when you start rolling on takeoff and you apply the rudder and it's not doing anything because there's not enough airflow. It's terrible. It feels so weird, like taking off a brake. Yay, now it's working. Alright. Alright, problem fixed. I mean, it was working for a second. I think it's Spud that's unhappy now. Right, I'll restart Spud, maybe that's gonna help. I wonder if maybe the rudder is disconnecting for some reason. I think because I have one USB hub there that is not powered, so I think I'll need to power that one as well. Which would be weird, but maybe that's gonna help. It's all taking so much time. Anyway, also good going. I think it's gonna be easier. I think we'll just take it without the rudder. I'll try to fix it for next time. So that is working now. It's sending the events. Okay, so that's happy, and my brakes are moving. Alright, easy peasy. But somehow it stopped sending the events at some point. Anyway, let's roll. Parking brake released. So taxi there with the differential braking. Come on! Ah, this toe brake is not doing anything. No! But you're working toe brake. But it was working, so why is it not working now? Alright, let's add also the usual event. Standard, I think that was left toe brake. So no brake is here, max brake is here. Oh, it's not showing. Hang on. That is the right one. So that's max brake, that is min brake. Right, maybe when I have two bindings it's gonna work. Left toe brake. That is no brake, that is max brake. Let's see if that's any help. Alright, don't mind me being on the grass. Not intentional. Hey, now it works. Or does it? Yeah, it does work. Right, we can now use our fully animated grass. Let's get out of here. Right, nothing happened. I didn't look at the taxiway chart, I just know this route by heart. Alright, brakes test. Flights instrument. Something is up with those brakes anyway. But let's not worry about that now. Flight instruments check, so I think the only thing that we check is to look if the artificial the heading indicator is moving where it's supposed to be moving. Alright, then we have before takeoff. Aircraft orientation into the wind if possible. Alright. Parking brake set. Engine instruments in green, all maybe in the yellow. So we're good. All pressures in the yellow, well, just on the edge. Circuit breakers, check all in. Doors closed, mixture full reach. Throttle to 1000 RPM and step on the brakes while doing that. Plane's a bit jumpy. Right, don't need to be perfected on 2000, it's a bit hard to set it up. Just around should be fine. Propeller cycle 3 times. So I'll be moving the prop lever down and looking at the indication. So first let's look at the RPM, it should be dropping. Alright, now the manifold pressure should normally, I believe, go up when the RPM is down, so it's going up. Alright, and the last one, the oil pressure in this one. No, I think it's linked to just the... No, it's actually doing the right thing. I watched the video because I got confused about the last time. I remember saying and I got it wrong. So in these engines, when we lose air pressure, we want the spring to make the flat pitch, so the high RPM. So when we're getting low RPM. Right, spring for flat prop or fine pitch, and oil for coarse pitch. So when we're going coarse pitch, the oil is getting out of the system, so it should be increasing. It's decreasing here, or did I get it wrong again? Let's see on the other one. It's going down here. So all for hang on. Why it's so confusing when I'm doing this on stream? So there is like this piston that's controlling the pitch of the prop, and it's spring for the flat pitch, all pressure for the coarse pitch. So if we are going to the coarse pitch, the oil pressure is getting more into the prop hub, so less into the system. And that's what we are doing now. So it's draining from the system and going into the hub. Alright. So when I move the prop back, the oil is going from the engine to prop hub. So it's dropping in the engine, and that's why it's dropping there. Except it stopped working altogether now. Okay, I think maybe I get some rock inputs from the controller. I'll just unplug it. Alright, so that's okay. Magnetos. So we are on 1940 now. Left, that's 1840, so 100 drop. Max drop is 175, back to both. 1840, now to the left. 1880. So that's in the limit, and max difference 50 RPM. That's okay. Throttle idle, confirm smooth running engine. Sounds smooth to me. Fuel pump on. I don't want it idle, so we don't have the alternator warning. Trim is takeoff, flaps is takeoff, flight controls, let's double check that. Right, all good here. Line up. Line light on. Oh, didn't have position on the checklist. Position light was not on the checklist, I think. There was somewhere as required. What in the fudge? Hey Boozy, I'm back. We're flying the plane. Had some issue with setting up the rudder, but I think it's okay now. Transponder alt. I think it will do that automatically. At least it did it in the plane I was flying. How are you doing, Boozy? Also great watching you doing the GA flying. I love that. Baines, but don't expect me to do anything great today. I'm not in shape. So it's in alt. Pitot heat. Let's get it done. It's pretty cold. Parking brake release. Approach sector looks clear to me as far as I can tell. Right. Let's start rolling. So in this plane you steer not with the rudder but with the brakes, differential braking. It's so weird. It's just so weird. I have a hard time explaining how weird this feels, but one time I was flying this plane in real life. It was just super awkward. Right, so let's see the numbers there. Ooh. Come on, number. Right, 28. Unidentified. And throttle advance, confirm fuel flow and RPM. Right, let's... No. So for some reason when I step on both of the brakes, it's not working. Alright, let's just take off here. Right, that is smooth. The RPM is in the yellow, so that looks good. Airspeed live. Rotate. Perfect. Accelerate. We are VY. Positive climb. There is no gear up here. This guy. Alright, we are 200 feet up, so I can reduce the power to the green range. Flaps up. Landing lights off, taxi light off. Right, yeah, I think Baines was right. I didn't do this direct. What's rank of our flight plan here? Hang on. Direct. Enter. Enter. I think it's cooked. Money is... What is Mahinui? What is Mahinui? Money is money. Alright, let's continue this climb. Because this is not working, I think we'll just need to look at the nav graph here. Just make it a bit awkward following the checklist. 2000 to go. Flaps up. RPM 2400. I'll get it just a bit lower so it's not touching the line. Fuel pump off. Lights as required, so landing and taxi off. Mixture max 1350. That's the thing I'm not great at. Right, we are below 1350, so that's cool. No leaning at this moment. Engine instruments monitor. And then we have the cruise, so later. I think the best we can do at this point is just use this map here. Right, it's 3000. So we would normally contact approach after departure, and then they would clear us higher. So let's have a quick look at the city. So there's the city. There's football stadium over here. There's a ton of lakes. It's a pretty nice place. And there is one more lake over there and line of lakes. Yeah, there we go. I just wonder what happened to the Garmin that is not working. Alright, so let's start climbing again. I think we'll go to 8000, what I set for the cruise altitude. Alright, and then we go Papa Oscar 801 and 02, 803, 804, 806, which is close to Charlie Mike Papa. And this is one reason why we don't say in Europe the name of the place, we just use the identifier. So Charlie Mike Papa is much easier to say for anyone than Champion, I'm pretty sure. Right, don't look too much on the map, look on the plane as well. So let's say we get direct Papa Oscar 806, because they can do that when they're happy with the ATC situation. So let's go direct there. And also try to dial in the autopilot. Let's see how it works. So we'll get a flight director on. Let's see what it's doing. So it's in roll and pitch mode. I'm happy with that. Let's get autopilot on. Right. Now it's flying. Let's get the heading where I want to, which is somewhere around here. We'll check it later. Let's go to heading mode. So I'm going from the simplest mode and getting step up. So I'm in control, doing what I want, not the plane doing what it wants. Everything is sounding fine. I'll make the plane a bit quieter. I think the music died down a bit. That sounds about right. Right. This autopilot, I think will gladly stall the plane if we let it, so let's try to avoid that. I think we'll like... So the vertical speed mode is a bit easier to understand for me most of the time, but it can make the plane stall. So let's go to flight level change. And then... Right, nose up is doing what it's supposed to do. So flight level change here is just indicating the airspeed mode, which is a bit weird. I wonder... Oh, so there is VX marked over there. It's just slightly above the rotation speed. So let's go... I think we don't need to be that slow. Let's go for this speed here, VG, which is our best glide speed. That we'll follow in case of engine failure, to give us best gliding distance. Right, just heading a bit to the right, so I'm looking here what we're doing. Normally this would be on the Garmin, but the Garmin is not behaving today, and I don't know why. It's not showing our magenta lines. Maybe it will behave just doing what we want, so let's click that knob, scroll, not you. Need to remember which knob to scroll. Papa Oscar 806, that's where I want to go. Enter. And direct. Enter. What? Runway 28 does not exist. 1000 to go. Maybe that's the problem with... I've heard there's a lot of problems with the Navigraph. nav data in 2024, so maybe that is what's messing it up. I don't know. So normally I would be able to hit direct here. So there's Papa Oscar 806, enter. Oscar 801 doesn't exist, but it does exist here and here. Bummer. If you go like that, Papa Oscar 5806. Oh, now it sees that. No, it's showing the Papa Oscar. Right, this looks totally out of whack, so let's not bother about this anymore. That was 200 to go. We are within, well, we should be within 1000 feet per minute in the last 1000 feet. So I'll just get Ninja Instruments here. I'll just keep the tablet over here. I think that's all we need. Alright, so we're alt mode, autopilot heading 8000, and let's see what they say about the cruise. Right, power set according to table. I now remember tables were probably somewhere. Speed power table, perfect. Cruise, 75. We wanna be fast because it's so late. Everyone's already asleep. Any questions, let me know. I'm happy to explain. Oh, and we're... Oh no, I forgot. We're above transition altitude, so we need to go standard. So bar goes 1013. Let's get it to vertical speed mode. And totally slipped my mind. 1013 here. Transfer altitude is 6500 if I remember correctly. There we go. 200 to go. Right, and we are... Great, we are beyond the chart. So it says 23... So it's going down, so let's say 23 inches and 24. 23, 24. Right, full throttle. So this is not turbo engine, so we're losing manifold pressure as we go higher. So the higher manifold pressure we can get is whatever is outside pressure. And if I remember correctly, we lose 1 inch per 1000 feet. So we will be 30 inches on sea level minus 8. That will give us 22. So that's matching up almost perfectly. Well, perfectly. And 24 on the RPM. But anything above 24 and it's green and it's yellow, and we don't like that. So let's make it like 2390, so we don't mess up. Right, best power 100 reach of peak. Let's double check how far we have to go. Oh, totally, of course. So let's rejoin that. I think we'll go direct Charlie Mike Papa and then follow that radial to Xidna. That makes the most sense. So that's 114.5. Alright, so nav1. Okay, I can actually use that knob here. 114.5. Anyone still here? I know how we're doing. Boring stuff. Just flatlands, all the fields. Oh, we can have a look outside. Small little plane. That's the registration I was flying in real life as well during some of my trainings. We have some towns, the river, the lakes, the roads. Yeah, that's the field land. 1 on 4.5, let's switch that. Charlie Mike Papa is identified here. I can switch the CDI. I think I can click the CRS, yeah, to center. So now I can go nav and let's just capture that. I fear we might be a bit too close for it to like convenient to capture that. Hang on, so let's stay in heading here. And let's dial in the radial I actually want, which will be, nobody knows what radial, because it's not written over here. I wonder why the one I need is not written over here. And I think that might be the problem with the scaling. No, that didn't help. And scale normal also didn't help. So I noticed sometimes like Navigraph is decluttering a bit too much and it's not showing the things I need, which is a bit unfortunate. Alright, I guess we'll have to customate that. Unless I can click somewhere over here. No, it's not showing up. Great. All the problems I can get today. It's gonna be like 170-ish. So let's get that course to 170. Maybe a bit less. I think this is gonna work. Right. Settings off. Whoa. Right. Also this Tango Bravo November, that used to be a VR, but they got rid of the VR, only DME is left now. So a lot of the Android VRs are gone, and there's only DME remaining, and we need the DMEs for our nav. Some systems, like in the airliners, they can take 2 NDBs to get their position, so they don't really need GPS all the time. Right, we're doing the checklist. Great. Cruise. So 100 reach off peak. So let's try, see if I can do that. So assist, now it's full forward and I'm going down slowly. And it's showing the delta peak. Right, so it hasn't found the peak yet. It's all going up. Right, 140, 1440, 1450. I'm just looking at the warmest. And I'm gonna kill the engine now. Right, let's say that's our peak. Why is it not working again? Yeah, so we found the peak. Now it's showing delta peak and we want 100 above. Now 100 reach of peak. Hang on, so let it show 100. Right, it's always gonna be negative of the peak because you cannot go higher than the peak. And there we go. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Now I like this feature. Right, just a bit leaner. Takes a moment to stabilize. Right, I'm happy with that. Let's get this fuel tank switched. In the plane I was flying, we needed the fuel pump on and then switch the tank, but in this one they don't mention the fuel pump on, so I guess it's fine if we have the fuel pump on. So that's best power, what we wanted. Fuel quantity, max difference 8 gallons. Alright, so we are good on that. Alternator as required. Engine instruments monitor. Perfect. Next to descent checklist. Let's see how we are doing here. That looks about right. I need to turn a bit left. Oh, I can't rotate that. So that's one feature I do not have in the tablet. Interesting. So look in the Navigraph here, I can right click and rotate the chart so I can put it track up. That's what I need for the VA for flying anyway. But there we cannot do that. So for the VA for flying we still need the external one because this one doesn't have this feature. Right, we need a bit left, so I think if I move this to the left, let's move it like 5 degrees. It should go back to the blue line. I think we can just maybe drag it. No. Can I? No. No. All right. I'll do here is I'll add direct. So direct Charlie Mike Papa, direct Xidna, and that's gonna give me the magnetic heading here, which here in Europe is pretty okay because the VR is most usually aligned with the magnetic heading, so the north of the VR is aligned with the magnetic north. Right, the plane is trying a bit too hard here. So if I go 152, it's gonna be fine. So let's just stay in heading for the time being. So push that, go to heading here. So I don't want it to intercept that aggressively. Right, and we follow this radial all the way. Give or take all the way. Now I wonder, can we do like direct Xidna? Let's see. Direct Xidna. Oh, now I can do that. Wait, let's see if that works. No, still no line. Right, so that is absolutely cooked. I'll just wait until this intercepts and then go to nav mode, because I don't want it to be wandering around so much. I want to control where it's going. Yay! So far so good. Also, we'll be passing one airfield here on our right hand side, so it should be directly right hand side now. Let's go back into nav mode. Let's get that heading where it needs to be. And how fast we are going? 119 knots, indicated through speed 130. So that's pretty good speed, to be honest. Faster than the twin I was flying. So that's give or take gonna be our heading. One thing I love about Garmin is showing this magenta diamond, which is your track. So it's very easy to estimate what your heading needs to be. So your track is what the desired track is. Right. Oh, I see there's ad about to start. I totally didn't track them. I think there's way too much going on for me to track everything, so don't mind me. We're fine. One more thing I love in Garmin, you can just push this button, it will sync the heading. Well, not today at least. I think we still need a bit to the left. I see the course is still wrong. Right, we need 152. I forgot to get the correct value. Right, we'll get there eventually. Okay, so we can quick look at the approach and arrival. At starting soon. So maybe I'll wait with the briefing after that. How that's gonna work. So we can just enjoy the view. Let's see if we can see that field over there, but I don't think it's gonna be way too far. No, it still says at starting soon. I love being able to be here in the virtual cockpit view. Maybe that's possible with the, like, we had in 2020 that. What was it called? Your controls. That was pretty cool. Thanks for streaming. You're very welcome. It feels good to be back again. It's been more breaks and coming back last few months, but hey, it is what it is. And rats. Oh, there you go. So we have the rats. So let's just enjoy the view. I'll get a sip of water. Right, I need to go to nav mode, not just yet. Kev is supporting the channel. We know you are. We know you are, even if you're on the ad jail. And back. He's back. That was quick. Says you're still not back. Right, nav mode. Whoa. Bloody plane. I thought it's already centered and it wasn't. It was just enough off to make it do this crazy zigzag. So that's the field land. Like the name of Poland is supposedly coming from the fields, and it's not it's not the land part. Anyway, the Polish name of Poland is coming from the fields, so the Po. Never mind, you get the idea. So in English it's double land, it's land basically in English. Great, welcome to the land. We have a lot of land. No, it's field land. We have a lot of fields. And those wind turbines. Wind turbines good. Aha. It is an absolute field land. The thing is, I grew up in mountains and I miss them so much. I was saying, we are supposed to do some briefing. So first things first, we need to be 6,000. These are both at Whiskey Romeo 706. And we have 2000 to lose, so that's a-okay. So we still have some distance there. I'll just follow this like manually in a bit. Alright, let's have a look at the weather. I think that's what we need first. So airport here, weather, 80s, no 80s, there is the meter. So variable 1, alright, no wind, Kavok -3, dew point -6, QNH 1030, transition level would be around flight level 80, around. It was so high, it might be 990, I'm not sure. No, sorry, it's very low, it's 90, so I think we're good. So 80, so basically we will switch the altimeter and start descending. No wind situation. Alright. So, Scrum is 76 at 6,000, 704 at 5,000, 703 at 4,000. And we... Is there headings here? Yeah, there is. I mean, tracks. So there is track 201 from 706 to 704. And then 291. And those are too small to depict. Also, there is this one. Those ones say, oh, just 2,700. Alright, so we go all the way down to 2,700 and then the approach. It starts at... hang on. So we go 704. So we can start the approach at 704. No, 704, 703, 703. There is 703. Alright. So we go to 703. That is 12 miles from Whiskey Romeo Oscar at 4,000. Then down to 2,100. There is Whiskey Romeo 72. Final approach fix at 7.2. I'm reading it totally wrong. Okay. Whoa. I should start from top. Alright, let's do it easy now. 110.3 is our localizer, so let's get it set up there. 110.3. So that is prepared. I don't have the way to show two of them at the same time anyway, except for the bearing. And Mr. Approach comes through at the 3000 as directed. And minima 601. So I can go set the minima here. We do that in timer reference. To go all the ways to Minsk here. Oh. There we go. Barra 601. Alright, so we can set 610 because we have 10 increments in 10 feet. That's a lot of scrolling. 610. Enter. Enter. No. Click. I think it's done. Alright. Alright. Let's keep this up. I can see what's in the checklist. Oh, come on, this is complete. Mixture adjust. Engine instruments monitor, okay. Yeah, let's check our tank situation. Alright, so it's pretty even. Then on approach, it's fuel selector fuelless, parking brake release, license required, fuel pump on, landing data received, altimeter set, cone set, power set, final, flaps landing, RPM high, mixture for leach, after landing, alternator closed, transponder off, lights, flaps, pitot. Okay, we can leave that. So now, when do we start descending? So there is some scales in the scale in miles here. So we're doing 130 knots indicated. So that's 2 divided by 60, that's 2 and a bit. That's 2.3 miles per minute. Right, so let's say 2.5 miles per minute. We have 2,000 feet to lose, so that's 2 minutes. If we are following 1,000 feet down. So if I want to follow 1,000 feet down, that's gonna be 2 minutes, so I need to start like 5 miles before that. Now I can just take this distance with my fingers, and that's gonna be somewhere around here. So somewhere around here we'll start the descent to 6,000. There we go. I did the mental math. It worked. Oh dear. This tablet is under the chat. I hope it's not bothering you too much. I didn't realize. There's just so few space on the screen. Do we fly this manually? Nah, we don't. So let's go to the heading mode. Synchronize the heading. Go to the heading mode. I need to be a bit right, so let's correct that. Oh, it's showing the 155 track over here, so at least I know where we are supposed to be. If I set the course to 155, is that gonna work? Let's try. Everyone's having fun. You can still sleep until you'll be ready for descent. There is no in-flight snacks unless you brought your own. You can eat your own snacks on board here. That's totally allowed. I just have clear water. I promise it's water. I promise. Alright. Converging on that route here. So that flight does take a while here, not gonna lie. Our fuel situation. Right, so still a bit down here. I'm still super puzzled about this black area. What is that supposed to mean? There must be some logical explanation that I don't know. Alright, cruising like nothing happened. Everything is going great. Well, right now. I still had some problem with the toe brakes, like when I pressed both of them they were not working. Which was a bit odd, to be honest. Right. Converging on that line here. I think that course 155 will be good. I was totally not prepared to do some VR navigation here. I was expecting to do the RNF, but anyway, here we go. They saved. They said we start descent somewhere around here. Actually, let's check. Then on the next leg we have 1,000 feet to lose and we have 5 miles, so that's way more than enough of a distance. So remember, our speed is 2 and a bit miles per minute. Nautical miles, that is. So if we do 1,000 feet per minute descent, that's gonna take 1 minute, which is 2.2 miles. 2.5 maybe, if we go a bit faster on descent. Oh, there's some mountains on the horizon showing up. There we go. There we go, finally. Not the floodlands. Anything interesting out the window here? Yeah. Lakes, fields, forest, everything. You name it. Wow, it's getting pretty late. I actually wanted to start earlier today, but then started doing things. Then preparing the stream took way longer because I haven't done it in forever. But anyway, I got it rehearsed. I got the light situation fixed here, so that is much better. No green screen shimmer anymore. It's totally fixed. I'm super happy about that. Right, we need to get back on the heading. Let's see if I move that. Oh, so we can just follow this. Alright, let's go to nav mode again. One thing I don't like is that when we are in a stable turn, the cockpit is tilted and it's telling you that you're in a turn which you would normally not feel. Oh jeez, this plane tried so hard to intercept. Looked great. Yay, thanks Baines. I made the front lights a bit brighter, and now my side lights that illuminate the green screen are not in a green light, they're in a white light. Not showy, but it's not gonna work. And I kill the light. Right, just setting this light back up. So I need 6000 Kelvin on this and I think 30% brightness. Right, we are getting closer to the descent point. Right, light is fixed. We still have a bit to go, but I think we can wait a bit with the descent. And it's following the line almost perfectly now, so that makes me happy. Seeing that heading. I'm impatient. I want to descend. So let's get a 500 feet per minute descent, and then we'll increase it so that we follow those altitude restrictions. Alright. First thing, I'll get the altitude down, start descent, and then change the baro. It should be, actually let's have a look what it should be. 1030. Right. VS nose down. Let's get 500 feet per minute. Let's see how fast we can get this plane. Because now in the descent there's no reason for us to throttle back. But we need to watch our manifold pressure every 1000 feet. Right. So 6000 here and baro. No, not you. This guy. No. Go back to heading. Jeez. So bar is on the outside. So touchy. Yeah. 1030. Okay, let's set the same here. Right, so we went up to 150 indicated. So divided by 60, so 180 would be 3 miles. And 30 is, so 2.5 miles, I think. Did I get it right? 30 divided by 6. think 2.5. Right, 120 plus 30, so 2.5 miles per minute. Right, we still have a way to go, so I'll increase the descent speed to 1000 feet per minute. I thought really enjoy the bouncing that standby altitude indicator has in the needles. Yeah, altitude, yes, that's pretty cool. So supposedly that's from the vibrations from the engine. That's pretty cool. And in gliders, what do we do? Because, well, to get your current altitude, you tap on the glass window and then it like jumps to current position. Because there is so much drag in those cogwheels, you know, there's friction drag, so it lags a bit. The needle lags behind the altitude. So if you tap on the window, it will like jump to correct position. And here the engine is doing that. Oh, hang on, this guy. So, right, 201. And now we can descend 5000. Right, we still have 2,500 to go until here, but it seems like we are gonna do that just fine. There's no turbulence, so we're fine being in the yellow area. Right, normally we would get an intercept vector, so I will get us to like 30-degree intercept vector. I forgot the final approach course. And we can go down to 4000 now. Let's switch that nav radio. 110.3. It's showing up here, and it did go to the correct course, 291 already for us. I think that's a bit more than 30 degrees. Hang on, 291 minus 30, that will be 261. So let's go 260 on heading, and we can intercept that. Localizer alive. So now let's go nav mode, and it should intercept that somewhat smoothly, I hope. Watch the speed, watch the throttle here. So as we go down, the manifold pressure increases, which means our power also increases. Like there is more air going into the engine, so it's producing more power. You get the idea. Right. That looks about right. Our heading will be somewhere here, given the wind correction. And glide slope is showing, but it's not live yet. Oh, and there's the Sky Tower building. So that's the one skyscraper we have in the city. And there's also this power plant here. I sometimes go with a bike here, like from the city all around. So there is a power plant in the city and the one in here. There's the runway, there's a skyscraper, there's a bridge over there. Yeah, and the islands, like this whole area here is an island. So there is a river going here and here, and this whole area is an island. We also have a ton of islands downtown, which are pretty nice. Okay. I'll get that mixture a bit richer. Let's check our checklist. So descent, mixture adjust, engine instruments monitor, approach, fuel selector, fullest tank. So that will go to the left one. Parking brake is released, lights, landing taxi on. We get both of them in the GA because it's more light, much easier to see you by anyone. Link data received, altimeter set, com nav power set. Alright. Glide slope alive. Does the triple look accurate from your real life cockpit recollection? Somewhat. I mean, I see it a lot from the city, so I know what it looks like. And yeah, it sticks out like a sore thumb or whatever. Alright, glide slope live. Let's arm the approach mode. Glide slope is white. Oh, one thing I need to start reading out the modes, not just clicking the buttons. That's something to remember. I need to take a note later. Because I'm often not doing that right. And keep my head on the headrest. That's what it's there for. I prefer headrest. I need to use it. So we can do high speed approach, like keep the throttle on, keep us high speed until some reasonable distance. And yeah, I think it does look pretty accurate, but this is coming from the scenery. That's not default. That's from the Drzewiecki scenery for the airport. Just like the power plant, the stadium, the bridge over there. You get the idea. Now you can see it like this big island here. There is a zoo over here somewhere, and a super cool like dome building. Then there's another island, and there's a ton of islands downtown, which is around. There's a big church, like next to the main square. I saw it a moment ago, now I lost it. Alright, let's focus on the flying for a moment. Glide slope mode, we are descending, go around altitude 3000 set. And yeah, the skyscraper is just a cylindrical shape with this thing here. You know what it looks like. Power plant, so it's fairly accurate. There's a massive bridge over there and the stadium. Looks a bit odd when I zoom like that, but you get the idea. And there's the main square over here with all of the churches and the small islands here. They are super cool, and even more churches. And guess what? More churches. Yes. It looks a bit more spectacular in real life, but the buildings are not loading right now because we were too far. I want my DME. So let's go PFD options. DME. There we go. Alright, 6 miles, so let's slow it down. So I'll go idle. Right, maybe not all the way idle. Let's just keep it in green range. RPM. So prop forward, mixture forward. Autoland not armed. There is no autoland here. Ooh. How to learn to keep the head on the headrest, I don't know. You can see the puppy already. There is the new terminal in the back and the old terminal somewhere around here. We can't go to the old terminal because it's also GA area. And there's 4 Ryanair hangars. They do the maintenance here, like those hangars are Ryanair. They have expanded their maintenance operation lot here. It's quite impressive. 108 for the flaps takeoff, so flaps takeoff. I think that's all we need for flaps right now, or do we need more? Nah, let's get them full. Flaps landing, RPM, high, mixture full. Oh, and then there's after landing. It didn't. Oh, it did set flaps full. It check, flaps full. Alright. Let's fly the plane a bit. Autopilot off, flight director off. What do I want for speed? I think around VY would be fine, so 75, 80, 70 knots would be great. I think I need more practice with the flying. Slinging a bit odd, so cut down to low. I can see the runway anyway, so I think there's no point flying the ILS if I can see the runway. So I'll be just looking at the runway and glancing at the ILS every now and then. And that's half a lot of wind correction. There we go. I think we'll park in the near the old terminal where the Ryanair hangars are, because that's the general aviation terminal now. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Now we got above the glide slope. Great. Totally see I need more practice. Now we're passing over the highway, and on the right there's a ton of industry buildings. I'm not sure. I think there are warehouses of sorts. We should get a good landing. I hope so. I hope so. It's not gonna be great. Final check. Mixture forward, prop forward. Flaps full. Lights on. Hit hand ILS. We'll need to practice. We will need to practice more ILS flying in the future. I feel too rusty. Way too rusty. So we'll land on the backtrack. I think that's the best course of action. Alright, so focused. Everything looks a bit odd. Right, round out. Go down to idle. There we go. Smooth as it gets. Keep that center line. Keep pulling the stick. Now I can touch the brakes and hopefully slow down. Jeez, keeping the center line for landing. OMG. Fly with Craig, welcome, thank you for the raid. I think I haven't heard about it before. I'll go and follow in just a sec. We just landed. That's the airport in the city where I live. Flying the Diamond. It's pretty nice, although I have a few setup issues. Craig raid! Absolutely Craig raid. Welcome, croissant. No. Oh! So, I have some issues with the toe brakes that are not doing what they're supposed to do. So you're not watching me. I think the best thing I possibly could. Live Craig, welcome. How have your stream been? What have you been doing? We had a bit of an eventful flight. Sim issues, technical issues, things not going well. So I had some problems setting up the toe brakes on the rudder here. And those toe brakes, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. Which is why I went over the runway here. I have Drzewecki scenery, this Echo Papa Whiskey Romeo. So we just landed and we'll taxi to General Aviation Apron. It's 5 minutes to midnight for me, so I need to be sleeping soon. What was that? Thank you for the follow. Croissant. I have a Kalangi ride. Welcome. Also the cat got up. Cat, how do you know it's end of the stream? Soon. So this plane is super bizarre because when you taxi, the rudder does absolutely nothing, as you can see now. And you need to taxi with the toe brakes, which feels just super odd and it's a bit difficult to do, to be honest. Let's get those flaps up. Fuel pump off and kind of get the landing light off right now. And there is a cat sitting on top of my throttle where my mouse pad is. The cat thinks the mouse pad is a cat pad. I don't know how to explain to her. It's a mouse pad, not a cat pad. Oh, also the Garmin didn't work today. It didn't show the route I entered and didn't want to do any direct, so we had to fly with the chart. I will show everything in a second. So let's vacate their taxi by Alpha to the apron and we'll shut down their... Right, now hopefully I'll be able to slow down here. The store brakes issues, I don't know if it's gonna work. So ground speed showing 7 knots. Alright. See, these are Ryanair hangars. They're running maintenance operation here and they have been slowly expanding. They're at 4 hangars now, which is pretty impressive to be honest. The thing on the left is the old terminal, which is the J terminal. It looks pretty abandoned to be honest when you go there. It's like an old building. Not super well painted and there's no one there. Yeah, ghost vibes. And the scenery designer has parked some aircraft for us here. Right, strobe off. We can keep the taxi. Transponder, let's get it off. Stand by. Did run all this checklist after landing. Alternator, transponder lights, flaps, pitot heat. Almost there, almost there. Taxing this thing is a challenge in itself. Right, don't need this warning. And I think we can park just about anywhere here. I would like to do a 180 here and park after doing 180, but I'm not sure how well that's gonna work here. Let's try it. Right, it's gonna work. So yeah, you can... and it's not gonna work. Great. Stop. Something's up with the toe brakes. I'll try to fix it for next time. So you can totally see the building could get a bit of an upgrade. It's a ghost town. Alright, parking brake set, engine instruments. Yeah, they're almost in green. Avionics master off. Hang on, I'll get this to the left side. It's a bit more convenient for me. Throttle 1000-ish RPM. Ignition off shortly. And then both. Huh? Oh, so we confirm if it's gonna turn off. So the reason we do that... Okay, let me explain. Normally how it works is when the magnetos are on, there is like no the wire is not connected to the magnetos, and when you want the magnetos off, what you do is you ground them, so you turn the switch on. It's like the opposite you'd expect, not like when you have a light bulb you need to connect to have the light and disconnect to not have the light, and here it's opposite. When the cable is disconnected, the engine is running. When you connect the cable, the engine is not running. So if you would cut the cable when the engine is running, it will just continue to run. That's the safety idea behind that. So by switching it off shortly, we'll just confirm that the grounding works, so that we'll actually turn it off if we need to. Alright, so that had an effect. I just briefly moved it to off and saw that the RPM was dropping. So that's the idea behind that here. Mixture cutoff. Check for slight RPM rise. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe we just get the more efficient mixture, so it will rise the RPM shortly before dying. Right, now ignition off. Lights, all except strobe, but we had the strobe off already. I think they mean except positions. Electrical consumers, so Oh, there was no alternator off. I think that's missing from the checklist. Should get it off before shutting down the engine. Alright, position off. Battery off. Strobe off after the battery. Ah, maybe it's hot wired. Who knows? No, I don't think it is. Interesting. How about the position lights? Not either. Right, that's it. Pretty eventful flight. Actual flight Craig. I think I actually remember seeing you now. I just didn't coding the name. I'll make sure to watch a bit more when we wrap next time. So that was the flight. I can show in Volante now what we did. So review the flight. Here we go. So went from Poznań in Poland, where I was doing my flight school, most of the time, to Wrocław in Poland, where I live. It's a very short flight, but we had some issues with the plane, which didn't go very well. This is DA40. Don't think about name here too hard. Do we have the landing? -83. Okay. So at least that worked for me. That's also the flight we're trying to do. It's super simple because the en route is just one point. As soon as we finish the departure, there is the arrival. And it's like one hour flight, give or take. That's about it. Enjoyed it, except for the plane problems. As I remember there, hang on. We can show our like trail. And I always forget where that is. Oh, here we click here and there is shown own ship trail and it will show the route we flew. I think that's pretty cool. We just took a shortcut here so we don't fly all this with a so low plane. That makes zero sense. And then I was trying to chase this with the heading in VR because the GPS wasn't working properly. So that worked. Alright, I can show you around the terminal, I guess. Hope it's gonna work. How do I go to drone mode now? Totally forgot. Drone. Camera drone, there we go. Yeah, it works. Same as the controller now to move around. I thought the new keybinds are pretty cool. So that's where we parked. That's the old terminal, which is now the GA terminal. And actually the bus that goes from the city first goes to this terminal and then goes to the main terminal. And I wonder how often people get out here when they don't want to. And honestly, it looks pretty abandoned and desolated. But it is what it is. The developer did put the government aircraft here. Oh, actually two of them. And there's the Ryanair hangars. They're doing a ton of maintenance here, I guess. Again, I have a way to... Not you. To make it faster, or slower. I'm not up to speed with those controls, haven't used in a while. Let me see. Oh, there's drone speed. Alright, let's blast it to the absolute maximum. 220. I think that's gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. We need faster. How fast can we go? How fast can we go? Not you. We need the cameras. Got the cameras, showcase, drone speed. Did reset. Why? I want it faster. Come on, drone, you cannot do that. Alright, it's cursed. Anyway, you can believe me, the city is there. Looks pretty okay. We have the skyscraper, the power plant, there's one more power plant in the distance, and Dawn of Islands, which is pretty cool. Right, I think I'm not gonna take it there. If I was smarter and knew how to change that camera speed, that could work. But it's a bit unhappy today. Maybe 200 is too much? No. Anyway, there's the ginormous bridge. There's a highway here with a bridge, which is also a visual reporting point. Looks pretty okay. Someone who is not impressed. It looks pretty okay. You know, in real life it just looks so much better. There's a football stadium. And yeah, there's a lot of river stuff. I actually did my sailboat training here. So I did yacht training and got like a yachting license. Like here. It looks small, but it's actually pretty okay. We can also like sail. We used to sail like all the way up to the river, all the way to here. So this is man-made. This is for it was used in the past in winter to store the ships, the barges. So it's barge winter place. And there is also under the bridge like a level change on the water. I forgot the English name. And we also have a ton of like bike roads over here, so I can just go with my bike over here and then to that big forest and then to that big forest over there, and then I go over here and we have the airfield here. Somewhere over there is Aero Club airfield, so I go there with my bike and go back home. And see, there's a ton of those islands over here and churches. Looks pretty okay here. I am not impressed. I mean, it's okay. Looks, when you're not zooming in like 2 million%, it looks pretty fine. At least we have some models for the churches. And the skyscraper. Yeah, pretty impressive. So if we go back, hopefully. Oh, also there is this like Sol Mountain. It's pretty cool. I think it was a volcano in the past, like very far past, like super past. Now it's just like one mountain sticking out of nowhere, and all in the back there's a mountain line of everything else. I can actually tell which is which, at least some of them. Right, let's try to go back. I need to tell you a story in time we're going back, because it's gonna take absolute forever going to that main terminal. Considering that it's not that... It is a custom scenery. It is a custom scenery by Drzewiecki. So the custom scenery is all the cool models. Alright. So all the cool models, the custom scenery, everything else is default. And yeah, you're right. The entire world is modeled. Probably have to alter our expectations. Also, to be fair, the explain autogen models like are much better, like similar to like this one. So some of these here are cool, some are not. There is the cargo space, and there is the control tower, and the main terminal, which is pretty small, but it's pretty neat. I really like it. It is a custom by Drzewiecki. That's why you have all the fancy thingies. And the main terminal, which is small, but it's cool. With run, enter, all the stuff in it. The thing is that we have those like screens for protection against noise, I guess. So it's pretty difficult to watch the planes. The only thing you can do is inside the terminal. So it actually looks like that. It's pretty cool. Inside the terminal, you can go in. Right, so 9 it's slower. And you can take the stairs over here. And that is the observation deck. Through two glass panes, but you can see the planes. or if you're departing and you go to the area behind screening, yeah, then you can watch the planes through one pane of glass. So it's a bit of a pain. See, super custom scenery. That's me over here. That's totally me. Yeah, scary face. Anyway, my custom bindings are not working. So let's go back. Hey, there we go. I have enjoyed the flight. It has been more eventful than I wished, but hey, that's the best I can do now. So now the thing for me is I'm trying to maintain 3 simulators. I have 2024, 2020, the X-Plane, also the DCS, and now trying to maintain 3 sims. It's a lot to handle, to be honest. So it is what it is. Alright, let me see what we can write. It's 13 past midnight here, and I've been staring at those lamps for a long time, so it's not gonna be great for my sleep. But anyway, what can I do? So let me see who's there that we can write. Who's there? Seems Caesar is starting. I think we can go there. I haven't seen him in a while. Oh, no, hang on. I'm looking at my... Alright. Live Craig, thank you for the raid. I much appreciate it. Much appreciated. Croissant, thank you for the follow. Also appreciate it. We also had a ton of follows when I was offline. Oh, maybe not a ton, like 5. Thank you for the follows. I also appreciate it. Thank you so much for Tuesday night content. You are very welcome. So... I said, since these are Learjetting, I think that's where we're gonna go. He's starting a stream, so it's not up there yet, but we'll be there. Next stream will be never, whenever, maybe tomorrow, maybe never. You know me, I have to do it more often, but it is what it is. I'm pretty exhausted most of the time. Take care, buddy. Take care, Baines. Thank you for sticking out. Let's get the sim audio off. And in order to hear... Actually, I don't need to hear the raid because they haven't started yet. So... Thank you for playing along. It's pretty cool when I'm streaming because I just put more effort into the sim flying. So when I just fly on my own, it's not that level, it's way worse. When I'm streaming, I put much more effort into it, and honestly, it makes me happy. So it's one reason to go. Let's go to the end scene, and let's go over that raid. What do we do? X raid. Here, you can go. Put the right message if you want. It's gonna be fun. I'll see you next time. Thank you for coming. Bye.